Welcome to Break Into Tech Show with Professor Temi Akinwumi of MyITUniversity, a multi-award-winning tech CEO, career coach, and mentor. With decades of hands-on tech career, will ensure your career dreams come true. Join our extraordinary show today on groundbreaking topic for a successful career. Do you want a $100,000 job as a cybersecurity professional, Scrum Master, Business Analyst Software QA, Cloud Architect, Data Analyst, Technical Recruiter, and more? Visit www.myituniversity.com to schedule a call. Come and get inspired to secure a lucrative job, keep the job, and grow on the job. Relax, receive, and see results. We're glad you're here. Share, like, and comment.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome from everywhere you're joining me from. I know you're joining me from everywhere in the world. I want to welcome you to MyITUniversity. This is your Break Into Tech show with me, Professor Temi Akinwumi. I've been in tech for 3 decades, and I'm a multi-award-winning tech CEO of MyITUniversity and also of Top Group Technologies. I've been mentoring now for the past 18 years plus, and I'm always excited to be with you, to guide you, to mentor you, and to help you break into tech, keep the job, and grow on the job. That's my main goal. I want to know where you're joining me from. I see a lot of people joining me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here, and on YouTube. So let me know where you're joining me from. I want to welcome you properly. I see Israel. Hi, everybody. Israel says, hi, everybody. You are joining me live. So you are not watching a replay right now. You are joining me live. So let me know where you're joining me from so I can welcome you, properly. And I hope you have your notepad, because every time you are here with me, you know how we roll. You're going to have a lot of things to write. You're going to have a lot of new things to learn. And that's how we roll here. You know that. So get your notepad and pen ready so we can learn. Today is going to be wonderful. So I want to welcome you. I see 4 people sharing already. Share with others also so that they can see us, they can join us, and we can make it happen. Thank you so very much for being here with me. Thank you so much. I see Israel. Good morning, Professor Temi and everyone. Welcome. Thank you. Where are you joining me from? Israel. I also see, I see Ngozi Titus joining me. Good morning, Prof. Hi, Ngozi, how are you doing? Let me know where you're joining me from so I can welcome you to state as well. I see Sayamba Tanto from Nigeria. Welcome. New York. We have New York in the house. Leslie Ann Cole. Thank you so very much from New York, Leslie. We have Stona K. Professor Temi. I'm Alpha joining from Virginia. Good morning. Alpha from Virginia. Thank you so much. Oh, Ngozi from Maryland. Very good. We have Pochia Ichel from Georgia. Welcome, Georgia. Welcome from Georgia, Pochia. We have Larry Adetunji from Maryland. Thank you, Larry, for joining us. We have Sharon Benjamin from Miami, Florida. I wish I can be in Florida right now. I hope the weather is nice. The weather is nice here too, so we are lucky. I'm in Maryland. The weather is not bad. I like fall time. So it's fall now, and it's not cold, it's not hot. It's just nice. Yeah, Derek from New Jersey. Welcome, Derek. I hope you are doing well today. And we have LinkedIn user from Arizona. LinkedIn user is not showing your name. So if you can show your name, I can welcome you properly. Thank you. We have Uchenna from Houston, Texas. Thank you, Uchenna. I truly appreciate you all for joining. Thank you for spending your morning time with us here I know other people will be joining us from all over the world because we have students everywhere, in Germany, in UK, Canada, everywhere you can think of, they will still join us. Thank you so very much. Ibilaja, welcome. That's one of my engineers. Thank you for joining us. Ibilaja, welcome. I'm sure you're from Maryland, unless you've moved. So, hey guys, welcome. I'm really delighted to be here with you. So, we're going to be having a wonderful discussion today, and we're going to be, discussing very important topic. I always encourage you to break into tech. Tech is it. Tech is the future. If you are trying to break into tech, schedule a call with me. Okay, myITUniversity.com. You see it scrolling down below. Scrolling down below, this is where you're going to schedule a call. Don't waste your time. We're already on the 10th month. The year is almost gone. Where has the year gone to? You ask me, right? So you need to take steps, make haste. People already broke into tech today. When I was analyzing it, I noticed that I have students that are broken into tech. Some people are making 100K, 120, 130, 150, 180, 200. Come on. I'm telling you, a lot of my students are here. People that are already broken are here too in the audience, so they know what I'm saying. Do not waste your time. If you waste your time, you're not doing yourself any good, really. You need to make sure that you do the needful. Do the needful, and yeah, you are not doing yourself any good if you don't try, if you don't do nothing. You must do something, right? You must do something by breaking into tech so that you can make good money and have a good work-life balance. All those odd jobs that you are doing, and they can't even put enough food on the table. You can't spend time with the kids, with your significant others. You can't go on any vacation. Everything you dream of for a job, you are not getting. So what are you wasting time for? Why? The lady that broke into 200K is a doctor of pharmacy. Okay? So it's not as if she doesn't have a life. She does, but she's tired because of COVID and all. She was burned out. And a lot of people like that broke in. Nurses, healthcare profession. Some people were even in the medical school. Or they just tired of it. Don't want to do it no more. Broke into tech. And many other, pilots, different area, background, no technical background, they broke in. Some people are accountants. It doesn't matter what your background is. If you're ready to break into tech, I'm going to help you break into tech. Because my mentorship, my guidance, my coaching, the nurturing is for a lifetime. Once you get into our classes, you finish classes, we start nurturing you. It's a passion of mine. It's not just for doing it to do it. No, it's doing it because I'm passionate to help. I'm passionate to give back. I'm passionate to make it happen. So make sure you can connect with me if you are trying to break into tech. It might even be your son, your daughter that finished college, that's just sitting at home or doing whatever they don't like, they're just doing it. And it can be your family members. Schedule a call with me. Let them schedule a call with me. They can still break into tech. The classes we are starting, like we're sending a class today, actually. Today we're sending a class today. This class is going to end by end of November. These people that start class today will be getting jobs before Christmas. Okay? And in time for Christmas, they'll be getting jobs before Christmas. And the people that started class, few couple of weeks ago, they might be getting a job by Thanksgiving. So you have to set your goal. If you don't set any goal, there's nothing to go by. You're just going to be there doing what? You don't have a goal set. No short-term, no near-term goal. You don't do that to yourself. You're not doing yourself any good when you don't set your goals. Because if you don't set any goal, what are you going to achieve? What are you going to achieve when you don't have any goal set, right? So let's try and set our goals so that we can achieve something, So very important. And for people that are already, you already did classes, you did stuff, you are prepping for interview, pretty much that's what I'm saying. if you're preparing for interview right now, make sure you grab your um, treasure box. The treasure box will help you, okay? The treasure box will help you to do well with your interview preps. This is the link for it, the treasure box. I'm going to copy the link and put in the chat because you never know who won the treasure box, right? So I'm going to put the link in the chat. How many of you here have the treasure box? How many people have the treasure box? I know a couple of you do already. A lot of people already have the treasure box and it's helping them with the interviews. So I strongly encourage you to get your copy. Get your copy of the treasure box. It's AI automated interview prep for cybersecurity and also for Scrum product owner. So for the cybersecurity one, you have general question like tell me about yourself, why should I hire you, what is your motivating factor. um, it has technical questions around, asking you security plus question, GRC question and stuff. It has all the different framework questions and scenarios. It has tools, questions, so many things. It's not only interview questions, but prepping you. It breaks down all the components and explain those components to you. When it's explained the component to you, then he start asking questions on those components and give you all the answers for them. He interviews you and give you answers for all interview questions. It's automated. You need to get it. It's going to help you. Okay? So thank you so much. Schedule a call, reach out, and we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. Like there's so many frameworks that we help you break into. These are some of our frameworks. We guide you into them. We don't just do only one framework, we do so many frameworks. Okay? So we guide you and make sure it can happen for you. Let's share. We're going to get started today. It's going to be a great discussion. Okay? So we're going to be discussing about PCI-DSS. How can you break into PCI-DSS? That's our discussion today. I need people to share so that we can have all our lovely people join us. Okay? Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know. Let me know if you can see my screen, please. Can you all see? Are we all with me? Is everybody doing well? Everybody with me? Are we on the same page? Okay, I just want to be sure. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, very good. Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, so let's get started. Cybersecurity PCI-DSS is going to be interview preps and also guiding you to how can you break into it. One thing I would strongly advise you, if you are trying to break into tech and you are only looking for PCI-DSS, you are doing yourself a very big disfavor. Okay, don't ever look for PCI-DSS alone. When you're looking for a job, when you're trying to break into tech, look for a program that has all the framework, different framework. At least like our program, we have between six to seven framework. So we mentor you into them, and that's why I said when we finish the 8 weeks of class, we continue to mentor you, guide you, prep you. So don't go and fall for something that will just give you one framework, NIST, RMF, or that will just do third-party vendor for you. No, go for what is going to help you break into other frameworks as well. Okay? And also we have vulnerability management as package into our program. Okay? Very good. So I'm going to be helping you digest the concept behind the PCI-DSS and what can be asked in interviews, or how you can prep yourself, even if you don't have no knowledge of PCI-DSS and you're trying to get into it to just have more idea. This is also ideal for you. So what is PCI-DSS? What is PCI-DSS? PCI-DSS stands for Payment Card Industry Standard Security Standard. Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. That's what PCI-DSS stands for. Because some of you just keep saying PCI-DSS, you don't know what it stands for, right? Very good. And PCI-DSS is a set of security standard that is a standard of security standard established by major credit card companies to ensure that all organizations can accept, process, store, transmit credit card information, maintain a secure environment. So you know that at every point in time, organization will accept, they will process, they can store and transmit data. Credit card information is data. So if you can replace that, for if you're a cybersecurity student, but you are not into PCI-DSS, and I always tell you that data will be in 3 states, right? So when you accept data, you entering the data, you process it, you store it, and you transmit it. That's how data is going to move, store, process, flow. At those points in time, data need to be protected. Data need to be what? Protected, at all levels, okay? So the standard which we use for every other data is the same thing we use for credit card data, because it's just that credit card data is classified as sensitive data. So it needs extra level of protection that we have to put on those kind of information, which can be classified as, the impact will be high if anything get impacted, or maybe moderate when you categorize it. Who need to comply with PCI-DSS? I'm breaking it down. If you are following me, let me know. Following me. Very good, very good. Thank you. So my information is scrolling down here. This is Professor Temi, MyITUniversity. You can schedule a call with me, and that's my number. You can text me if you're trying to get into any of our classes, like the one we just started today. We're starting one today. Cybersecurity GRC. It's going to be on Wednesday night and Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, okay, for the next 8 weeks. If you try to get into any of those ones, maybe you didn't catch it before now, you just had, you can easily get to it. Schedule a call, and if you want to get to any of our upcoming classes as well, schedule a call with me on this site, and also you can also text me. You need to comply with PCI-DSS. Who needs to comply with it? Different organizations need to comply with it. So any organization that accepts, process, store, transmit credit card information must comply with this PCI-DSS. So this organization will include merchants, service provider, and financial institutions. All of these must comply with the PCI-DSS standard. You can work for any of these organizations. You might work for a financial institution if you get a job. You might work for a service provider, and you might even work under a big merchant. You never know, right? So, that's it. So how can multi-factor authentication, MFA, enable PCI-DSS compliance and security? These are questions they can ask you. Okay, and if you are not in PCI-DSS, you are not looking towards, or you're just looking for general cybersecurity, then replace it with your own kind of data. Okay, so if you are looking at records like student record or health record, or you are looking at general data, then you replace it with general data or HIPAA, medical records, or you replace it with student records, things like that. It's the same concept. Nothing has really changed like that. So MFA, which means multi-factor authentication, adds an extra layer of security by requiring users to provide 2 or more factors to authenticate. What are the factors to authenticate, and what is authentication? What are the factors? What are the different factors we can use to authenticate? And what is authentication, and what is MFA, guys? Let's do a quick breakdown there. For people that are new and don't even know what we're talking about. See, if you are new and you don't even know what I'm talking about, that means you need to register. You need to register. Okay, it's fun, it's wonderful. You can break into it, you can do well in PCI-DSS cybersecurity, but you need to start from scratch. We're going to help you start from scratch. So, guys, can you hear me? MFA, multi-factor authentication. What does that mean? Give me an example of what that looks like. Remember, every time that you log in, try to log into your computer and it's asking you to put in, okay, then it's asking you to put in a pin, send you a pin to your phone, send you a pin to your a phone, a code to your email, things like that. That's what we call multi-factor authentication. That means you try to log in with username and password, but then it's giving you another factor to test if it's you. Multiple factor. So it's who you are, what you have in your hand, what you have, username, what you have, what you know, okay, where you are, things like that. You're gonna use all those things to to authenticate you. It can be your password, username and password you already have. Then you can use a PIN, a ATM machine. You can use your location where you are in the world, things like that to authenticate you. You can use your biometrics like your finger, your thumb drive, your thumb, or your face, or your voice to verify who you are. So things like that. And authentication means that you're able to put those things in and you're able to log into the system. If you are not authenticated, you can't get into the system. Okay? Very good. I hope you are learning something. It enhances PCI-DSS performance by strengthening access control. Access control, meaning how do you access the system? How do you get into the system? So as controlling those accessing the information and the resources on the system or the infrastructure, making it harder for unauthorized users to access sensitive data in system or data. You don't want unauthorized user to access sensitive data, right? So we're talking about CIA here, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. You don't want unauthorized disclosure. You don't want unauthorized modification or destruction of information, right? Very good. So are you guys learning something? How does PCI-DSS address network segmentation? And why is network segmentation important in PCI-DSS framework? Why is segmentation important? PCI-DSS recommend network segmentation to isolate systems that store or transmit credit card data from other networks because these are sensitive information. So you want to isolate the system by segmenting them from the network, okay? Because you don't want them to get easily affected with all these, you know, threats and vulnerability that can be on the other side, right? I remember when I always say, yeah, I used to work at the Pentagon for more than 15 years, and I work on projects that are pretty much have to kill you if I tell you about them, right? You know, I've done everything in tech. I have 4 degrees in tech. You know, I've been doing tech all my life. Very, 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 very diligent with my tech career. you know, I have my associate in computer science. I have my bachelor's in computer science, master's in software engineering, and master's in cybersecurity. I've done everything in tech, everything from coding to scripting, database, Linux, network. Talk about it, cybersecurity, project management. There's nothing I can't do in tech. Cloud, everything I've done, everything, every single area of tech I've touched, and I've done it, like literally doing it. Been an architect for many years, supported a lot of projects for many years. So we've seen all these things, happening. But you don't need all of that to break into tech. You guys are lucky. Everything we have to go through to break into tech, you don't need it. Right now, I'm doing my PhD. You know, you don't need that, you know. And I've taught tech. I'm an adjunct professor. So I've done everything in tech. I've taught, done project, present things, done. I have my own tech company for more than, for like 18 years now in Lago. So Maryland. So done everything in tech, I'm grateful. But you can also do that. That's what I'm mentoring people to also do great things in their life. That's why you see me doing this. Doing this, I'm serious. That's why you see me this. My passion about is about, people call me tech evangelist because I want to win more tails, more people into tech. I want to people that are suffering, people that don't know what they're doing, people that don't know how to go about it to come and have a life in tech. And that's why you see me doing this thing passionately. Okay? So just know that that is why. I hope you are hearing me. I hope you are listening to me. And I want everybody also to benefit from that. So make sure you schedule a call. Make sure you schedule a call. Good morning, good morning. People that are just joining us, feel free to leave your name and where you're joining from. I'm coming back to welcome you all that just joining. Just leave your name and where you're joining from. I'm going to come back and welcome you. I see some new notes and some new comments. Come there and leave your comment. I'm coming back to welcome everybody that joined us. And also I recommend that you please share with others. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are watching me on YouTube, please don't forget. And if you're on LinkedIn, follow me on LinkedIn. Wherever you are joining from. If you're on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. Follow our group on Facebook. See people joining us from everywhere. Thank you. So let's continue. How does PCI-DSS address network segmentation? We've already said that. So it's crucial because it limits the exposure of sensitive data. I'm looking at part 2. And reduce the attack surface and the risk of data breach, to the data, to the information, to the credit card information that you kept, right? So it's very important that we limit the exposure of sensitive data. Because they may ask you in interview, so why do you think we do segmentation? Or are you exposed to what is segmentation? They can ask you. It doesn't even have to be credit card alone. It can be any company. Okay, it can be any company. Why is PCI-DSS important? Where is PCI-DSS important? PCI-DSS is important because it helps protect sensitive credit card information from being compromised. It helps protect sensitive information from being what? Compromised, right? Okay. And also, complying with PCI-DSS can also reduce the risk of financial loss due to fraud, right, and reputation damage due to security breaches. Do you know that credit card companies are one of the most breached companies, organizations, because they carry money. They carry all this information about money. And why do you think people are running after to breach companies? It's because of the financial value. They breach, they attack because of money. So imagine them attacking credit card organization. They can just pull all those information. You just see them squandering your money, people spending your credit card information, credit card anyhow. It's on the rise right now. A lot of people having issue with their credit card. You put your card in your purse and you just notice that it's being spent. All your credit card is being spent. What is going on? It's because they got your information somewhere. And that is why all these credit card companies need to do a better job. Okay? They need to, because it's not even funny. I see people complaining every day, every other week, their card, they get a new card, then the new card gets spent again. Okay? They need to do better. Security, that's why I said, you guys, cybersecurity, we are always going to be in demand because they need us everywhere, not only credit card organization. for other organizations as well. So it's very important. So you're going to be on the rise, needed. Cybersecurity engineer in all industry will be needed as we go, because when we have this, it's going to prevent fraud and reputational damage. Do you all agree with me? Have you seen any of those things before? Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Talk to me. Have you seen people, just having issue with their credit card lately? As soon as they get a new credit card again, I don't know what happened, whatever it is, see people complaining, and then it got something happening. So some people are getting this data somehow, and they're using those information online to just buy anything or do whatever. That's what it is, right? So what's the difference between service provider and merchant in contents of PCI-DSS? Who is a service provider? Who is a merchant? They can ask you that. Yes, exactly. So a service provider is any organization that stores, process, or transmit credit card data on behalf of a merchant. Okay? A service provider, they can ask, if you are going for, especially if you are going for PCI-DSS interview. A service provider is any organization that stores, process, or transmit card holder data on behalf of a merchant, and a merchant is any organization that accepts payment card as payment for goods and services. Okay, so that's the difference between the two if they ask you that. Okay, and also, what is the, make sure you wait till the end of the program so that you can get the there's some good news I want to share with you. Wait until the end of the program so you can hear the good news. If you leave, you're not going to hear the good news. So you better to stay tight. So what is the SAQ and who is eligible to complete it? The SAQ, Self-Assessment Questionnaire, is a tool that helps merchants and service providers assess their compliance with PCI-DSS. It's a tool that helps merchant and service provider assess their compliance with PCI-DSS. So these self-assessment tools will help them to be able to see, if they're in compliance, so they can do the due diligence of using that to assess themselves. So there are several types of SAQ, each with different requirements based on organizational payment process, method, and volume of card transaction process. So there are different levels and different types. Eligibility to complete an SAQ is determined by the organizational payment processing method and transaction volume. So SAQ is determined before you can complete it. You have to be in those categories. Like I said before, in my other video, you see I've done a couple of videos on PCI-DSS. You see some of these things I've already presented them, processed them. Okay, is determined by the organizational payment process method and transaction volume. Okay, so another question is, what is the difference between encryption and tokenization? What's the difference between the two? What's the difference between the two? Okay, what's the difference between the two? I see more people joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see T Gold Media. Welcome from Maryland, Baltimore. Elijah Ikotun, you're also joining us. Thank you. Nana, always here. Thank you. Fumilayo from Canada, I think. Thank you, Fumilayo from Canada. Thank you. I see you. From Canada. Thank you. I see Okorunwa from Nigeria. Thank you as well. And I see Stoner also joining us. Yes, Stoner already welcome you. Yes, the rate of credit card fraud is getting high every day. Everybody needs to protect your information, and the companies also, the credit card company also need to protect this data so that Hackers will not hack it and be selling it on the dark web, right? On the dark web. It's always selling all this information on the dark web. So that's a problem. That's a problem. So what's the difference between encryption and tokenization? So that was the next question, right? Hi, Donald. I see you coming in. Welcome. How are you doing, Donald? Welcome. So encryption is the process of converting plain text, unencrypted data into ciphertext, encrypted data, using an algorithm and a key. So they're converting plain text into ciphertext using an algorithm and a key. Okay? So there are different types of encryption. You're encrypting your information to help with confidentiality. You don't want unauthorized disclosure of information, so you encrypt the data. Confidentiality, our security objective. And then you protected them. There are different types of encryption. There are two different types of encryption. We have symmetric and asymmetric encryption. One is single key encryption, and the other one is double key encryption. So the single key encryption is symmetric, and the asymmetric is private and public key encryption, which is double keys. Okay? So you need to encrypt your information. Very, very important. And these are part of our cybersecurity class work, which is the Security Plus. If you are into cybersecurity and you don't have Security Plus, you are not doing yourself any good. You need to have Security Plus because you will learn a lot from that. You learn a lot of rudiments. The things that make cybersecurity sweet is in Security Plus too. So you need to have that experience. Don't just do one GRC course and say you are breaking into tech. You are not breaking into any tech without Security Plus. Even if you break in, you'll be miserable. There you'll be lost. So please, if you want to break in nicely. Break in like a boss. Don't break in as someone that doesn't even know what they're doing, right? Tokenization is the process of replacing sensitive data with a unique identifier like a token that has no meaning or value to an attacker. Attacker see it's a token, but it actually means something, right? So the main difference between encryption and tokenization is that encrypted data can be decrypted using a key, right? Like I said, symmetric is one single key, asymmetric is private and public key. Whereas tokenization data cannot be reversed to its original state. So tokenization, once it's tokenized, it cannot be reversed back to its original state. It will be in that state. Just like hashing also. Hashing cannot be reversed. Okay, you cannot hash. Once you hash something, it's hashed. Okay, the only thing you have to check is the checksum to see if they match. So what's the purpose of PCI-DSS compliance assessment? So what you will notice here on our platform, whatever I'm giving you guys, you will never see it on anywhere. Nobody share this kind of information because I'm giving a lot of gems always. Okay, you will always see that. And some of people that are even training these courses, they don't know anything. Sorry to say that. That's why they cannot come online to say anything about it because they don't have the authority over their products. They're probably just doing whatever. Don't go and fall prey and then come and start crying here that you I know what I'm saying. I've been doing this for 18 years. Okay? So be on the right place at the right time. Don't go and fall prey of people, just advertising everywhere on everywhere, Don't go and fall prey to them. And then you are stuck. Our classes are live classes. These are not classes that are just recorded and you go and watch the recording like some people are doing. I'm not mentioning anybody's name, but you come here, you have live class with me. I break it down to your level. I'm not just speaking based on what I'm seeing in the book. Okay, I have authority over everything that I have, and I'll guide you to them. They are my product, made by me, and I'm able to break it down to you. I've been doing it for 18 years. Thousands of people break into tech already. So we have so many updated new material always. When you come here, be sure that you'll be refreshed and ready to go. Okay. So as we continue, what is the purpose of the PCI-DSS compliance assessment? The purpose of PCI-DSS compliance assessment is to evaluate an organization's compliance with PCI-DSS security standard and identify any areas of non-compliance or potential security weakness. That's the purpose. That's why we're doing that. PCI-DSS compliance assessment is to evaluate an organizational compliance with PCI-DSS security standard and identify any area of non-compliance or potential security weakness. So we don't want to have any potential security weakness. So we're always gonna have an asset, and all this information that we're discussing, they are our assets, and our asset can be vulnerable for attack, right? They can be vulnerable for attack. So what are the things that we're gonna do to protect our information from being vulnerable for attack? We know that you always have in your mind there's an asset. Your information, your data is your asset. You're gonna always have vulnerability. Those assets will be vulnerable one way or the other in some cases. When they are vulnerable, threats can exploit that vulnerability. And when that threat can exploit that vulnerability, you are at risk. You are at risk, right? When you are at risk, what can you do to make sure that you are not at risk? That's all that we are discussing. When you are at risk, you need to protect your information. You need to have adequate security in place. And this is one of the adequate security. Like for credit card company, PCI-DSS compliance help us to keep us safe, our information safe, the credit card information, sensitive data safe from this kind of attack. And we also do our due diligence to make sure that we remove all security weaknesses and put the threat at bay by having the adequate security in place. That's all. So you protect your infrastructure, making sure that it's not vulnerable, and also making sure that you keep the threat at bay. Period. That's all that you are doing. That's all that you are doing in cybersecurity. So if you think like this with that analogy, it makes it easy for you to grab the concept, right? Very good. Like somebody always call me, oh, she's a guru. She's a witch in this. She's a witch in cybersecurity. She's a witch in tech. I said, well, that's not a good name. That's not a very good name, but well, it's something like that because I've done everything in tech and nothing is like new or nothing is like no. Okay. And it's a joy, and you have to get to that point also that everything that you do in tech will be a joy, a delight. You have to get to that point that everything you do will be like a delight. Just wake up. As soon as you wake up in the morning, be excited. Be excited, right? To do tech. Be excited to do tech. Be excited to learn and keep learning, and just want to do something, just want to research, just want to see what else you can add on. Okay. And our courses is going to also help you to break you into mid-level role. So it's not a situation whereby you break in, you are not really making any money, or you are not even able to break in. You will break in because we have networking programs that we have here. We help you build your portfolio. We help you learn from the basis up. Okay. We help you know the field that it fits you. That's why you have to schedule a call with me, right? And we help you to keep learning. You start cultivating the habits of tech. There's an habit of tech. There's an habit of tech. You have to create that habit. You have to inculcate that into your lifestyle. Okay, and we'll help you. The community will help it happen. You see it happen naturally. You see it happen naturally. That's what we do, mentoring you, guiding you and helping you to break in. So I thank you for joining me today. If you want to break into tech, don't procrastinate and don't delay. That will be the best thing that ever happened to you. You have delayed yourself up to now. Do not delay yourself anymore. There are some organizations out there that do give scholarships for people that cannot afford. If you've qualified for the scholarship, you can always come and use it to register at MyITUniversity. There are scholarships that they have. Okay, so I think one of them is group is Dream Cup Tech. Let me leave it here. I'll leave it in the comments. So I think they're giving up to $3,500, but it's a process. Dream Cup Tech. So they search for that and put scholarship. Search for that. I think it's due in 2 days. It's due on the 6th of this month. So if you can grab that fast, if you are qualified, it might come out later. But if you are qualified, they're probably going to ask you to submit some paperwork and stuff. But if you are interested in that scholarship, I don't think there's any string attached if they give it to you. But there's no harm in trying. It's 3,500, and that will help you to Dream Cup Tech Scholarship. Okay, so go online, search for it, and make sure you quickly apply for it before it's all gone. I think the last day, I think it's on the 6th. Because they are our partner as well. I worked with them a couple of times, and some of our students got scholarship from them, and they also sent me an email. I think yesterday reminding me. So make sure. So follow us on all social media platform, and you know, do well. Be careful. There's on LinkedIn right now. There's something that is happening. Is employment scam. Some people will reach out to you by email. They will tell you to pay to get employment, or they will tell you to send all your information, social security number, all those things. There's a lot of scam on LinkedIn. Be careful. Don't send your information to anybody. If your company is hiring, you go to the company site and check. How can you get a job without any interview? So you already got a job. Can you fill out this form? Is a lie. I see a lot of that happening, and I already, telling people to be careful. So please make sure that you don't fall, victim of them getting your sensitive information or asking you to pay for a job. It's a scam on LinkedIn, and not only LinkedIn, on other places. Just be careful, be watchful. Okay, so that's what it is. They use phishing, they use smishing, they text you, they call you vishing. These are all social engineering that we learn in Security Plus. These are the things we learn in our classes. Come to class so that we can learn, even if not for job, but for yourself. Because if you are my student, you will never fall victim of that. You will know that this is phishing, this is phishing, this is smishing. Okay, and they are targeting job seekers. Group of people, job seekers. You see you looking for a job, they attack you, they ask you that you got a job. What else? So be careful. Okay, I thank you all for listening to me. I wish you a lovely evening. Don't forget, we meet on Clubhouse every Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Download Clubhouse on your phone and meet us on Clubhouse. Okay, and also we might be doing some things on TikTok. Some of the students are asking us to do stuff on TikTok. If you look on TikTok, if you're on TikTok, I'm Prof Temi Akin on TikTok. Look for me and follow me. I'll be able to let you know when we start our TikTok programs, because they are really asking, please come on TikTok. I said, okay, I'll try. So thank you guys, and have a blessed day. Love you all. Subscribe to our channel, follow us for more. See you again next week. I'll be back. I'll be back and we'll talk more about how to break into tech. Thank you and stay blessed. Bye bye.